Robert, it's Manchester United versus Wolves. These are your 5 things to expect ahead of the game. We'll be talking predicted teams, what to expect from Wolves, some interesting quotes from Ruben Amorim's presser. Sorry that the camera quality isn't the greatest, but I'm away for a few days, so I will hopefully be back in the next few days and we'll be back to normal content. But listen, Wolves are up for Manchester United. Another difficult game is what I would say. Yes, we know Wolves haven't been great this season, but no game in the Premier League is easy, and I expect it to be a tough game for Manchester United, to say the least. Now, the first thing we always look at is the Manchester United team news. Now, there's a lot of doubts. No De Ligt, no Maguire, no Mason Mount, he's a doubt. No Masraoui, no Ahmad, no Mbeumo, no Bruno, no Menu. So, a lot of players missing, and it's going to be a big blow to Manchester United having those players out, because they're players that are needed now. Again, we've seen in the last game against Newcastle, we can score goals without them, or a goal anyway without them. And again, I think it's going to be difficult. Wolves, we know they're going to try and defend. They've had some good opportunities against Arsenal. I thought, pardon me, they should have got a draw. Liverpool, I know that at times they were probing, but listen, they're going to be a tricky team to break down. And I look at the United team news, we're missing quite a few players. It's going to be difficult. I'm looking at the Manchester United team. I expect Le Mans to retain in goal. I think we will go with a back four, and Amorim's talk about the system and how he's needed to adapt and change and all that stuff. So I think it'd be the same back four. Whether Martinez is able to start 2 games in a row, we'll have to wait and see. But again, that should be the aim and the hope. So you go Martinez, Heaven, Martinez, Heaven, Dalot, Shaw as my back four. That's what I'd go with. I think there's a lot of quality in that. I think Dalot's actually probably been United's player of the month, I would say. And he's looked quite good. And that would be my back four. Into midfield, I'll go Casemiro Ugarte. I don't think Mainu's going to be ready, as Amorim's confirmed. Mason Mount to doubt. Casemiro and Ugarte, I don't think they did a bad job against Newcastle. And against a Wolves side midfield that's missing Andre, I think it's going to be quite interesting to see how they do kind of set up without him in the team. I remember when we played him a few weeks ago, they were missing João Gomez. This time they'd be missing Andre. So, yeah, the midfield's going to be interesting. But I think Casemiro and Ugarte would be able to do the job. Now, the number 10, there's a few question marks there. Do you go Xerxes? Do you go Jack Fletcher? Personally, for me, I think Xerxes just didn't look great when he came on at all. Really struggled. He couldn't get on the ball. Difficult defending. Just didn't look like he wanted to be there, if I'm being honest. So I'd probably give Xerxes. I probably won't pick Xerxes. And apparently his head's not in Manchester United at the moment. So I'd look at getting rid of him. So I'd go Jack Fletcher in the 10. Why not give him an opportunity? He's a young player. He's done quite well. Someone who's really rated by Amorim. Humble kid. And yeah, why not give him an opportunity? Now, in terms of the wingers, I'll go Cunha on the left and Dorg on the right. I think they deserve to keep their places. Cunha needs a goal. Well, he's got goals and he needs to kind of increase that momentum. And Dorg, who had probably his best game in the United shirt on the right. And I go Sesko through the middle, fam. You get me? Like, Sesko is someone who's been absolutely class, and I think deserves to start. Now, the second thing, let's look at United's threat. I've picked out Cunha. I think Cunha is a player who has been very good this season for United, especially with Bruno being out. He has stepped up. With potentially Mount missing for this game, we need another stellar big performance from Cunha, maybe a goal, maybe an assist. But I think down that left-hand side, Shaw, Cunha, they have a very good personal relationship off the pitch. Hopefully we can see the good relationship on the pitch. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But that would be my threat from Manchester United. Let's talk Wolves. Wolves, again, they're a team struggling. Only 1 point, 2 points, 1 point away from home. Now, if you look at the last few results, I think they have been unlucky and they are starting to get somewhere under Rob Edwards now. Again, against Liverpool, it was a difficult game for them. They got a goal, but ultimately they just weren't going to do enough to beat the Premier League champions. Now, Wolves, we know the threats. I think they like to get high and wide, put crosses into the box, energy. But Old Trafford, full crowd, you expect it to be a wicked game, and I'm hoping United can get the job done. Now, in terms of Wolves, their threat, I think Hwang Hee-chan, Strand Larsen struggled to get goals. Their top scorer is actually a centre-back, which tells you everything you need to know there. And yeah, they've massively struggled to score goals. And I think Wolves, I remember a few weeks ago when we played them, I said it's a sackable offence. If you lose to Wolves, I think it probably is. They're one of the worst sides you've seen in the Premier League, but you can't underestimate any other team. So you have to give Wolves their respect, but at the same time, you have to go out and thrash them. And I think that should be the aim for Manchester United. Now, Let's talk the fourth thing. Big opportunity now. Liverpool play, I believe, Leeds. Villa play Arsenal. So again, one of them's going to drop points. So there's an opportunity there to go into fifth, get 3 points, get some confidence. I think that the amount of times you said that Bournemouth, West Ham, Everton, opportunities to get into the top 4, and we just haven't taken them. I think this should be the best and perfect opportunity to get into the top 4 or top 5 for United, and that should be the aim. Players have talked about personal ambitions and all this stuff, but beating Wolves should be the majority, and it's a good run now. Good run for United to go on. I think it's Leeds after this, Burnley, Burnley. I can't remember who's after that, but there's a good run of fixtures now. You can get some wins in a row, build momentum, just see how we are going into the new year. But the final game of the year, let's see how United end it. So, the fifth and final thing is obviously the result. I'm going to back United 3-0 win. I think it should be 3-0. I think United have been very good this season. Top side, good defending, good team performance is needed. Again, I think AMORIM must keep the formation and give players an opportunity, hopefully potentially Shea Lacey. But yeah, I'm excited for the game. Let me know your thoughts and score prediction in the comments, and I'll see you in the match reaction. Peace.